of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bobcats will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it
walking in there with you.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take it.
First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion.
That's dead.
Running back searching for a hole. Found a little bit of running room, not down at the 24 after a pickup.
Put it back.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the running back.
They're fast.
He's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Toss sweep to the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. To the 15. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they score first. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Coming out with it, it's Sparks. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. back to throw. It's Lagway. They're bringing heat. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And the Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Coming after it. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
The Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Lagway. And as he throws, snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball moving really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Turns it on at midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's McClain. Still looking, on the move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires it incomplete.
When the quarterback gets outside the pocket as a defender, now I'm thinking about the field's cut in half. You don't worry about the other side of the field. It's hard to throw it back across your body to the other side. So now the rules are I'm starting to creep now to the direction of the field where he goes. Great job by the defense understanding that.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Fast motion from the offense. On third down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Harden. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Bobcats want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away passing.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Looking for a man, it's Lagway. This time he's got his man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Bobcats are marching down the field. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They go right back to him. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Here's the handoff. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Smashes through the tackle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Bobcats in the hurry-up. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's McClain. Got it set up on the outside. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wide out in motion. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Texas State.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Wolves will kick it off to start the 2nd half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to the ground game on the left. At the 35, he's loose. Afterburner's coming. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. To the ground with the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go right back to him. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense
Eatemupcats.
lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
A bobcat. Not a regular cat.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's McClain. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Motion from the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bryant. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How
this is where you lose, Sid.
Get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, looking to pass.
There's a work on Pitt. Come on now.
Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. The defense
come back. Cover 4 does not work.
Interception return.
Should have just punted the ball. He's been playing good.
And that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Arkansas State, 14.
Here he comes from
Can't
inside
make
his own
mistakes,
5.
guys.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room.
Jackson?
He's going to get loose.
It's JD Coates, number
He
5.
will score. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting
Go
because
right
you don't
down
see
the
them very
throats.
often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards.
Kickoff
over
return,
time.
98
What a
yards.
Great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the
Touch.
electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up.
See,
It's
can I do
because
it?
of that awesome kickoff return.
Who you kicking into?
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone.
Good.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
So deep
Yeah,
back there.
mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance.
The expressway is wide
Let's
open.
make the first
And
one
he
miss.
was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
They left.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
That's why I asked you just that lead.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Must have clicked on
Not
it.
much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was fourth and a mile, and they got it.
I mean,
Fourth and
what
24.
a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance.
And he takes it to the house.
Eatemupcats.
Touchdown, Bobcats.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry, was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Come here, Tank.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at
Tylen.
the 20.
Sitting Tylen Pittman.
Arkansas State
Tylen
has
Pittman.
ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for
Oh, man, so you take a horrible angle. Come on, 43. That's it.
He's at the 20.
Flip.
He
We'll
was
make the
off
play
to
after.
the
That's
races, and they finally get him down to the 5-yard line.
Come on, bitch.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
2-9 Philly.
They'll run it on 1st and goal.
So we
He
want you to give it
pushes
to.
his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
That's where the going gets tough.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Handoff to the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, Arkansas State, 28.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Say.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of it to get to the 29. 2nd down coming up. They'll leave it with him. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th.
Texas State, 35, Arkansas State, 28.
You take over, DJ.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 3rd down try for the offense. To the air, it's Lagway. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
What was that, DJ?
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That's a
Good
gutsy
football
call.
hit him right in his
I
ass.
know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team. Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Nice move to stay on his
He can
feet.
tackle.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Tackle him with that.
Ready up.
Second and goal for the offense.
Here we go.
Wide receiver now comes in motion.
Ready.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one.
There you go.
Third and goal.
There, grannies.
Trying to barge in.
Oh, God, I got you.
Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Take it, Pittman. Stop.
Pepe, stop, Pepe.
You just little Pittman.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the
Hello,
offense.
sir,
They were really
Pepe.
aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough
Hello.
spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance for this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
It's the side, guys.
Powers
This
through
is
the
the side.
defender. Got
Oh,
rid
my
of
God.
it.
Take it. The throw
And
controller
they'll
down.
finally bring him down after he rips off a huge
What are
play.
you doing?
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked
What are
the
you
outside to the
doing?
left on the ground, and that
That's
is a
a touchdown
momentum
right
shifting
there.
play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays.
You know what,
Positive
dude?
yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
You don't want that.
After the
that
productive
body.
first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Everybody.
Quarterback touch
Let you
pass
take
from the
it
jet
off.
sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer.
God.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Texas State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the
It's
end
probably
zone.
that flat.
Hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Missouri came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact
Man,
this
I had
wasn't
touchdown,
ever
let's go.
really in question. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to
You
get a
know,
little bit
like
of
number
push.
10
Just
is
got to give this guy
he's
an
faster
inch,
than
a
that.
little crease, and he can make yards.
His speed.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
It's holding me, bro.
Crosses the 45. Open runway ahead. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
This could just go in space.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got enough space.
You're going to keep running that if you keep going this side.
Touchdown, Arkansas State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Rock and roll.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive run.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fires
Get
one
out there,
high
DJ.
and
Good.
deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
Thank you, DJ.
Touchdown, Texas State. And they've moved out front.
Out there, DJ.
What a great game, tied late in the ball.
Straight 80
Who's
yard
going
line.
to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass.
That was coming sooner or later, Sid.
Well, the defense finally showing some life.
Coming sooner or later, guys.
Because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual
I like
effort
that
that
one.
time,
It gives it back to
forcing
the
the
quarterback.
incompletion.
They got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's McClain. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What
So, you know what? We've helped you enough this game.
In the game. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
15.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately
your
needed to
playbook
keep
on
that
4th and
drive
13.
going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Probably
And
ran
this
that.
offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down.
Jet
And
sweep.
listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
They believe they can run right here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now through the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
At the 20-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Defense playing a bail technique. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our...
$22 in a row, guys.